So let's talk about variables to consider when you're in a battle. So you want to make sure that you're driving on the optimal racing line as much as possible because you're trying to drive as fast as possible. Anytime you're off the optimal racing line, it's a slower lap than it could be. So often in the opening stages of a race, if there isn't a pass that's just a clear open goal, it's actually more beneficial to wait and let yourself pull away from the cars behind before you start attacking. Sometimes if you attack too early in the opening stages, all that's doing is letting the people behind you stay close. So therefore you're more likely to be attacked while you're trying to attack. So don't just waste easy race time by attacking needlessly, because it's giving a sign to the guys behind you, hey, I'm vulnerable, please attack me. The second thing you want to consider is there is more time in the race than you think. So most people get impatient and attack too frequently, and they end up making a bigger mistake that hurts their overall race. It might feel like a lot of time has passed, but if you look at a race timer while you're in a battle, typically it's only a minute or two. And so therefore you can be patient and time when you make your attacks more effectively. Sometimes just by following your opponent for long enough, you can wear them down till they make their own mistake, and then it makes overtaking even easier for you. So you don't have to just attack all the time. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Remember, your first objective is to get to the finish line first, and your second objective is to get to the finish line in the least amount of race time as possible. So especially when you're racing opponents that are all of similar pace and skill level, if you spend more of your time off the optimal racing line and going slow, it will be very difficult to catch your opponents again. If everyone is going the same pace, and you jump off the racing line to make a move, and you take 2 extra seconds in order to make that pass happen and you fail, you have now opened up a 2-second gap to your opponents in front of you. And because everyone is going around the same circle at the same pace, you will not be able to catch them again unless they have a significant thing that slows down their own race. So often, by attacking too early, you actually make it more likely that you can't catch them, because the gap between the two cars is now too great, and you just sit in a little limbo area.